Do not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla. Shout out to everybody rocking with us. It's your boy Big Vern. We still here in the studio, action-packed show. So if you're just joining us for the first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you put a thumb on the, like it. Yeah, like the content and share it. We talked some Greg Sankey from the SEC, why he's calling his team out for faking injuries to get a favorable defense out on the field when teams run the hurry-up offense. And he's even threatening to drop a dime to the officials of the NCAA if they don't stop this. Yeah, that was wild. Then we talked some football coming out of the Big Ten because Ohio State is now in the driver's seat to make it back to the Big Ten championship game when they beat Penn State. And we talked about the freak out at Penn State. Well, that's not warranted. And it's going to be what it is. Then we talked some more SEC football when Tennessee beat the brakes off of Kentucky and how far Kentucky's fallen down, how they're almost a 4-8 team because I don't see them getting a victory or getting to 5 wins this season. And they may get it. So, I stand corrected on that. But from the SEC, we go back to the ACC. We go back to the ACC because Miami, it's all about the U. It's all about the U. What's it going to take to stop the Miami Hurricanes? I mean, if you ask me, I think they got a loss on their record. And this is just me against Virginia Tech. That was a catch. That was a catch at the end in the Orange Bowl. And I'm sitting there looking like, oh, y'all just lost that game. Somehow that got overturned. Miami got out of there with a victory. They go on the road to Cal. They're behind double digits and still pull this thing out. They play Louisville on the road. Louisville looks like they're going to go ahead and upset Miami. Cam Ward says, oh, hell no. Let me show you my football acumen. They come back and they win that game. They play Duke. Duke has them at home. Duke's in the Orange Bowl, and they're winning this game. All of a sudden, activate the superpowers. At some point, what's it going to take to get rid of Miami? Miami is the team of destiny. It's like anything and everything will go wrong for these guys in quarters 1 through 3. But when it's winning time, they always seem to pull it out. We'll get deeper into this game when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. I'm loving it. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it. There are deals if you're on the app right now. There's 50% off of a 10-piece chicken nugget. You can get that deal right now, valid 1 time a day. Also, if you're looking for something like a burger of sorts, there's 40% off a cheeseburger or a double cheeseburger. Now, this is included with tax, and that is valid for 1 a day. So many more items to choose from. All good. This is McDonald's. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it. Get your McDonald's for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not all in the same day. Break that up. Stagger the days. Stagger the days. So when you go back and you look at this game, Duke Blue Devil football. Now I know the coach who is at Texas A&M, Mike Elko, he was the Duke Blue Devils coach, and he had Duke playing on all cylinders, and that thing was looking really, really, really good for the Blue Devils. And then when he left, you had a lot of people come in. I think the guy who is there right now, it's slipping my mind who he is. We did a segment on him. He was like, Duke football, you need to put some respect on our name. Man, sit your dumb ass down. Here we go. Duke, you cannot beat an elite team only rushing for 80 yards for the game. Not a quarter, not a half, the game. You cannot do that. You do understand There are some colleges where that is one individual stat line, not a team collective. Then, again, as I said, and I'll always go on the record, if you're going to have a chance at an upset, you're going to need to play as close to error-free football as you can, and you're going to need to limit those penalties. 6 penalties for 60 yards. Duke is not a football powerhouse. You cannot spot anybody 60 yards and think you're going to win this game. 3 interceptions. At some point, this thing has got to register. Why are we doing this? And we got fumbles. We got interceptions. We got penalties. Come on. If you want to be taken serious as a powerhouse, you're going to have to carry yourself like a powerhouse. You just can't sit up here and demand respect and you haven't played anybody. Does that make sense? You haven't played anybody. And now you're poking your chest out saying that you want respect. That's atrocious. And again, when you don't have anything that's going to work on the ground, you become one-dimensional and you light it up. So when I sit there and I look at Maalik Murphy, and you got Maalik Murphy out there, and his skill set is at 41, that's way too many throws for a college kid. That's way too many throws for a college kid who doesn't have weaponry around him that could actually enhance Duke's chances of winning. Because he put the ball in the air 41 times with 25 connects, 325 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. And if you're saying that this kid is somebody we want to keep and maintain and build around him, okay. But I think this was just desperation. This was you trying to stay close to Miami, and you had to throw anything against the wall to make it seem like you all were relevant. And again, Maalik Murphy, 2 scrambles for negative 11 yards. Come on, man. I mean, you had Samir Hagans. Samir Hagans had himself a game. 9 grabs, 139 yards, and a score. I mean, he was spreading it around. That's how you had 325 yards. But that's not like this is indicative of the way he played that game. Because when we start off, you have Cam Ward. To me, I think Cam Ward it's his Heisman Trophy to lose. We've covered the quarterbacks all throughout the season who are making big strides. And it's only 4 guys right now who are still up there that we were talking about. That's Cam Ward. That's Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss. Gabrielle, with Dylan Gabriel from Oregon, and then Shador. Those are the only 4 guys. Well, Travis Hunter, because Travis Hunter's special. But other than that, those are the only guys who are up for that Heisman Award. Everybody else, we're gonna have to do our award show and give you the nominees. We'll do that Wednesday. But when you have Xavier Restrepo, he got that 34-yard pass from Cam Ward. Now this thing is 7-0 in favor of the Canes. And then he wasn't done. Cam Ward throws to Cam McCormick for the 4-yard pass. They were up 14-0. And then you had the Peyton Jones 8-yard rushing TD from the Blue Devils that made this thing 7-14 at the end of the first quarter. Yeah, that's the way this thing shook out. The second quarter, it was almost like Miami was on autopilot. Because as Cam is pushing the ball downfield, now everybody is sitting there relaxed. They can't get that first down. And then Andrus Barigals, he come up with a 30-yard field goal. So it's 17. At that point, it's 17-14 because here it is. Maalik Murphy hit Samir Hagans with a 27-yard pass. So it was 14-17. It was 14-14. And then with the Miami field goal, it's 14-17. Duke was not finished because Maalik Murphy, he hit Peyton Jones for a 6-yard touchdown. And now this thing is 21-17. Everybody in the Orange Bowl is shocked because Duke now has the lead going into halftime. And in the third quarter, Duke did not waste time. They pounced on Miami like they should have. Malik Murphy, he hit Jordan Moore for a 6-yard touchdown. Now it's 28-17. Again, Cam Ward, he puts on his Superman shirt and his Superman cape. This dude hit Restrepo for a 3-yard pass. Now this thing is 25-28. He's not done yet. Then you had more. It's just like the ridiculousness ensued because Elijah Lofton had a 2-yard run for the touchdown, which made it now 32-28, striking distance going into the fourth. Everybody's going crazy at the Orange Bowl because they just watched their team fall down and then pick themselves right back up in the third quarter and come out guns blazing. And Mario Cristobal, first of all, I'd have a heart attack out there on the field if I was him because you don't. It's almost like Miami gets upset that you're trying to beat them. Like, how dare you? How dare you? Now we're going to show you the power of a hurricane. Because in the fourth quarter, now you had Todd Polino. He makes the field goal kick. This thing is 31-32. But then Cam Ward wasn't done. Jacoby George, he got a 49-yard pass. And now this thing is 39-31. Duke could not answer the call. Duke could not move the ball. Duke kept getting handicapped by penalties and interceptions and fumbles, and they could not stay with Florida State because Cam Ward hits Xavier Restrepo for 66 yards, and now this thing is 46-41. Yep. And then Mark Fletcher Jr., he seals the deal and slams the steel cage shut on Duke Blue Devils' head when he has that 1-yard run for a touchdown. And that's how you got to 53-31. And watching this, I think the perfect metaphor was Rocky 2, when Rocky and Apollo Creed are fighting and they're trying to, and he hits him with that, I think it was an overhand hook. And he's trying to get back up. He's trying to get to his feet. And Apollo just sits there and shakes his head like, no, we got nothing left. That was Duke. Duke was like, we got nothing left. Miami was like, we've been here before. We've been here for, I'm like, wow. The good people of Miami-Dade, let me know. Are you encouraged about Miami winning the ACC championship game? This is Big Vern.